Welcome to Classic Rewind. My name is Harry. What I want to go over today is I decided to do flush mounted glass. I'm going to make a video of the rear glass on the GTO, and then I'm going to make another video for the front glass of the GTO. And what I'm doing is I'm not going to buy the aftermarket flush mounted kits. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this custom to my car. And it's basically, we're doing raising the glass up, so it's about a 1/4 inch. I'm going to show you all in the video. So I'm going to raise it all up, and I'm going to show you the detail that I'm going to do, and it's going to be a flush mounted kit. But on the GTO, I'm going to use a piece of this 1/4 inch metal that I have, and I already cut a radius out of it, and it's going to fit inside like this. And my friend Roger is going to come over, and he's going to show me exactly what we need to do to bend it and twist it and make everything fit properly. This is going to be a long video, so he's going to come over and show me how to do this a little bit. So I'm just getting started, but right now this is the 1/4 inch metal that I'm going to use, and I cut it out and I fit it in there like this. But the problem is it has to twist and bend because of the radius here. It not only has a radius, but it also has a twist, especially on the bottom. So I'm going to bring the camera over here and show you exactly what it looks like before my friend Roger comes over and helps me. And I'm going to have to grind all these clip pins for the glass, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this up. There's a bunch of different ways you can do this, but for this application on the GTO, I think it's the easiest way for me. I'm sure you have other ways and different things that you can do, but this is what I'm going to do to the GTO, and I think it's going to come out really nice when I'm done. So follow the video, check it all out, and make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Slam that like button, and let's get started. This is the radius that I'm showing you right here. Okay, that radius there is probably a 5-degree, maybe more 8-degree twist. So I cut this out right here, and I put this here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind it so it fits nice and tight along this radius. You can change this radius if you want by welding and doing whatever, but I am going to be using the original glass for the car. That way, if it breaks or cracks in the future, you could just buy an original glass for the car aftermarket and install it and not have a problem if it breaks. So now, this is it here. So this is just a rough cut piece, and if you look, it's pretty close. It's open a little bit up here, but if you notice, if you move this metal, it gets better. So like right there is actually perfect in that spot. It's touching the top lip and touching the top lip there, and I have it marked here and there so you could see exactly where it's hitting, and I just got to grind it and make it fit properly. So let's do that, and then I got to cut this radius out here so it fits again properly. I cut the piece of metal out, and this is what it looks like. I cut the radius down here, and I cut the radius here, and this is the piece that I'm going to put in here like this. But the problem is that it's wobbly, and Roger's going to come over and show me how to get it to where it's going to sit just right. We are going to work on this piece here. So what happens is, this is a 1/4 inch piece of metal right there. See how that's a nice thick piece of metal. So from the distance, again, there's a lot of ways to do this, okay? So from the distance from this flat spot here to this radius edge is about 1 inch. So it's actually 7/8 of an inch on my car. So what I decided to do is take a piece of 1/4 inch metal and put that here like this, and then the glass is a 1/4 inch, which is going to bring it up to about that point here. And then by doing so, then it's going to leave me another 1/4 inch, 3/4 of an inch from this radius lip to the glass. Now, I need room for the glue for the glass, which is the plastic, the black silicone that goes here. So what I'm going to do is, you need space for that to flex. So that's going to be about a 1/4 inch glue that's going to go around here, and it's going to bring this up flush to that radius edge all the way down here. We're going to get started, and this is what it looks like. These are my spacers. This 1/4 inch here, actually it's a little heavy, it's 5/16. 1/4 inch heavy over there, 1/4 inch heavy, and I got some rod. We're going to be using maybe some of this. We're going to have to figure this all out and then show you exactly what it's going to look like. Safety glasses, welder, grinder. This is the 1/4 inch metal I told you about. So let's get the video going, and I'll show you exactly what we're doing. Luke, that's good right there?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it looks like.
Okay, good.
I understand.
Okay, where did you put those marks there? This is for the center, right?
Yes.
Right there, and those are called witness marks.
Yes.
In case you're wondering.
We don't wonder too much.
All right. So we're putting in we're just cleaning that up. So
Did you show them how you bent the curve?
no, actually I didn't show them that, but I could show them that later on.
Did you take a video of it?
I took a video of you grinding and cleaning it.
Oh, well, you should take a picture of bending it.
I will.
Bend it the right shape.
Still have to bend it down though.
Which way?
This is up in the air. Got to put a curve. It's not bent enough. Yeah, just got to bend it a little bit more. Don't we have to do the whole thing, not just the end? Oh, you're starting gently. Okay. You're walking it through.
Walking the dog.
That's a nice vise.
I got it for free.
Oh yeah?
You see my other vise. Look at that. Huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, that's nice. Right there's a center. There's the center. There's the witness marks. See the witness marks there? And then that gets raised up about 1/4 of an inch, so it has enough room for the glass to sit on when we raise the glass up into the body of the GTO there. All right.
Now this.
Yeah, we're gonna have to bend that piece, that little piece.
This is gonna have to.
That's one I couldn't get to bend. So I might have to make it smaller in order to give it more space to twist, actually, not bend, twist.
It should be out like that, probably.
Well, I grinded the bottom so it fits better.
Yeah,
because there's more of a curve there than there is on this side.
Yep.
And I didn't want to hammer and dolly that down and mess with it. So we're going to twist this, right?
No.
We're not?
Gonna take some of this off.
Oh, okay, we're going to clean that more.
Contour it.
We're going to contour it. We are going to have to bend that, twist that, and make it sit flatter. Because that's not sitting flat like the top piece. If you want, we could even scribe that angle and weld it, cut it and weld it at that angle.
I want you to cut these two, right?
Cut them square.
Yeah, like that.
All right, I'll cut it. Turn the camera off. Be right back. I'm cutting it with my saw over here, in case anyone's wondering. I have my saw set up, so I'm just gonna cut it straight, just like that. That's how Roger wants it done. Now we're gonna contour this metal so it fits the angle of this panel right here, because it's also twisted and it's bent at the same time. So this is how Roger showed me how to do it. So you gently just keep bending it like that.
Gotta go more.
Gotta go more.
Yeah. All right.
I could make it thinner if you want, so it's easier to twist. Sometimes the wider it is, the harder it is to twist.
Story of my life. Yeah, but we really can't cut it smaller. We can't really cut it shorter, right?
Well, we can, because it's only 1 inch thick. So
So it's got to be 1 inch down here. this can be thinner because it's the same all the way
Right.
across. So I could come down here, make this a little bit thinner on the top.
But it does get wider. The glass gets wider down here.
But I mean, I could go like from here to this.
What do you think?
Some girls like the diamonds.
How's that fit now? Perfect?
If it was any better, it would be no good.
That's right.
It's hot.
All right, we'll give it a minute. This piece here, you see the radius, see that gap that we have in there, which is probably what, a good maybe 3/8 to a 1/2 inch heavy. So we have to bend that flat stock of metal to meet that radius.
To have the right contour.
To have the right contour. I keep saying radius, so Roger corrects me.
Well, you're a wood guy.
That's right. So we're gonna put it over here, and he's gonna show us how to do it.
Vise.
Let me get to the other side.
The brand new vise.
My brand new vise, my 8-inch. It's my 8-inch vise.
Wilson. Mr. Wilson.
All right. You ready? That's my holy glove.
I should have made it longer.
Yeah, easier to bend.
Shouldn't have cut it off.
Easier to bend, right? Yeah. That's all right. We could get it. If you want me to hammer on it.
There we go.
Now we're cooking with gas. Nice. Closer. A couple more whacks and we got it.
What do you think?
I think it'll work. Look at that. It came out nice. We need a little bit more.
Right there.
Yeah. So that's where from here, hold on. From here up we got to bend it. So we have to hit it right where the bend is.
A little bit more.
A little more.
Probably went too far. One more shot. Right next to it so we can show people.
Yeah, no problem. So this is the piece that Roger was hammering on and got that contour of the window. And this is the flat stock that we haven't touched. But you see, by hammering on the vise, he got it to bend just like that. And then when he fits it in there, it's at the perfect contour of the glass, of the channel here. So now all we have to do is pretty much cut it and weld it, and then that'll give me the left-hand corner of the window. Understood?
See, amigo.
Understood. I wasn't videotaping. All right, so we don't not only have to curve it, we have to drop it down. So we'll bend it pretty much, right, Roger?
It's on a slant like.
It's on a slant, and it's also bent. It's bent like this, and also bent like this. So a little bit more. So now we're tweaking it so it lays at an angle.
Look at that.
That's a one nice piece.
It's gonna be nice.
How many are we gonna make?
50, so all you guys can
buy them from me.
I'm cleaning.
Oh, you're cleaning this up now? You put that little V groove in there so we have a spot to weld. Right now, Roger put a little V in here so it has a nice welding surface so the weld would fill that in. So you have it up here and you have it down here. So now I have the welder set up and we are just going to tack weld it and see exactly how this is going to play out when we're
and then we'll take it off and weld the other side too, so it'll be sturdy.
Yeah, we're going to weld both sides, right, Roger?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go.
How do you stop this?
Just hit the red button again.
There is no red button.
Or hit the plus button. Oh, look at that. That's what you want. That one piece. So we just gotta wait for everything to cool down, clean it up a little bit more, and then finish welding the back side and the front side. And then we can put it all back together. Right, Roger?
Whatever you say, doctor.
Tack welded, well welded, but I still have to come in and clean it up a little bit. It's hot, so we can't really touch it, but that's cleaned up right there. Got to fill that up and then fill up that little space right in there. And then, but other than that, look at that. It fits in there super nice. Thanks, Roger. Couldn't do it without you.
Yes, you could. You're doing the other side.
Wait, I am? I'm working on the passenger side of the quarter-inch metal, and I already did the top side. I just have to clean it up, and I just have to move it closer. I'll show you. I'll bring you closer here so you can see it. But this is the one that's going to give me the most problems because of a climbing radius right in here. This is actually, it has a bubble in there. Well, it's a raised lip. So I already cut the bottom here so it fits a little easier inside. And what I'm gonna do then, once I get this radius the way I want it, I have to get this 1 inch by 1/4 inch flat stock, and that's gonna sit in here, and I'm gonna weld all that together. And then since this is complete, I'm gonna weld a piece from here to there, and I got to make this radius just like Roger showed me a couple days ago. Haven't had time to work on it since he was here, so I decided to bend this metal and get this radius around the corner. Like I said, this is the hardest part to do, and I'm going to bring you down here and show you. I know you've seen it over there, but I wanted to show you exactly how I am going to do it. And Roger gave me a couple tips on how to do it. So from here to there, I got to cut the metal and make this work. And then this piece here, which is right in there like that, I got to get this radius. I got to fit this, and I'm going to show you exactly what he did. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to videotape it again in case you missed it in the beginning of the video. So I will be doing this by myself, like Roger said. I'll be doing this by myself. So I don't know if I explained it earlier. Is that we're going to make a little channel of 18 gauge metal, and that is going to compensate the distance from the rear panel and the side panels. And we're not going to do anything up here because I don't want to take the chance of warping the roof line. I want to keep it as original as I can, because once you start welding, you know, metal flexes and warps. So the only welding we're going to basically be doing after I raise the glass up is filling it in from probably this point here all the way down, because we're going to lift the glass up to match this lip here. So we're not going to be touching that up there, which is, I think, the easiest way to do it and the less work. So, I mean, I'm going to bring you down here and show you exactly what this looks like, and then I'm going to cut and grind this. So I'll be right back. Here it is. So this metal here, let me show you. So look at how that is twisted and bent, and at that weird radius and all those twists and bends. There's a nice shot of it. You see how it's twisted and bent just so it sits flush, because you don't want to have a problem when you install the glass where it's putting a lot of pressure on it and it might crack. So this is going to fit in there just like that. I lined up my marks. Okay, there. So that's going to be basically where this piece is going to end up. But right where this white line is where I need to clean it up. And then this piece here is basically done, and I got to clean that up too. This has to come up higher, just like that. And then that fits in there nicely. So I got to make marks so it doesn't move when I start welding. So this piece of metal here, this flat stock, I'm going to put it in here, and I'm going to fit that radius by bending it. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it if you missed the beginning of the video with Roger. But anyway, Roger's been mentoring me on this part, and I appreciate all the help he's been giving me. So please like and subscribe if you haven't, and let's get started. Now I gotta just clean it up, and when I clean it up, I'm gonna show you what it looks like and how it's gonna fit, and then I'm gonna clean everything up and then start cutting my other metal. But in the meantime, let's do this. I did that right in there. I cleaned that up, and there's a little bend in there where I could get in there a little bit later and clean it up better. But I just want to test fit it one more time before I finish cleaning it up, in case I need to make a little more adjustments. But this is the piece, so I'm going to go over here and try it on. Okay, there it is. It's all cut the way I want it. Like, it's going to go probably, let me get up on my stand here. It's going to go there like that. Okay. So that little bit right there, I mean, I could get it closer, but that means I would have to grind more of the bottom here, because if you look, it's hard to get it on camera, but it shoots straight up. It's not a crisp 90 degrees right here. Let's see if I can get close to it right there. So there's a lip right here. I put some crayon in there so I could see where when it hits, it scrapes it away. And by moving it back and forth like that, you could see it cleared that area away. That's how I know that's where it's hitting. But I think we're good. I think that sits nice and flat right there. I could cut more of this out. I will know better once I install that this 1/4 inch piece right here. So it's going to go something like that right there. And I have to make sure everything fits in there properly like that. So I mean, I could cut some of this out and remove that. It'll probably sit a lot nicer right in there, you know. So that is done. So I'm going to clean everything up, mark it, and I'm going to start making this piece right here, because I want to weld this from here up to here. I want to weld before I do my long pieces, which is here and up there. So I'm just cleaning off the rust on the top piece, and then I'm going to clean it up. I'm putting a little, just like Roger did, a little V-groove right in there so it's easier to fill and make flush when you weld it. That's what I'm doing. But anyway, I had to put my gloves on because it's getting a little hot. So here we go. I'm still cleaning it up. I got a little bit more to go. Okay, this is all done. It's all cleaned up. I just have to do a little bit more rounding the corners off to make sure it fits in there a little nicer. But other than that, this is the first top piece and it's hot. So I got to do the bottom piece. I'm not going to film that, so you get the idea of what I'm doing essentially. So I am going to go ahead and finish cleaning this all up, and then I'm going to start making my other pieces. I just got done cleaning this up and cleaning this up, and I fit it in here, clamped everything, and it's ready for me to make this radius corner here, and that way I could weld it to the specific angle and then to weld it to here and there, and then that's what I need to do. So in order to get this to bend, if you watch the earlier in the video, Roger showed me exactly how to do it without using heat. You hammer it and you bend it by hammering it, and you flex the metal. So I'm trying to get this radius right here. So get it to where you want it. The longer the better. It's easier to bend, just remember that. And this is probably 2 inches longer than what I need it. And if it's giving me a hard time to bend, I am going to use a 3-foot piece that I have. I have a piece that's 3 feet long, and I'll get it to where I think it's going to work, and then I'll cut it and then do a little bit more adjustments as I go. So what I'm going to do is turn the camera around and show you exactly how to do it again. Roger showed me how to do it. I'm not a big metal guy like Roger is. He has years and years of experience of welding and body forming, and I appreciate everything he's done for me so far, and he's been helping me get this project done because I change my mind a lot, as you guys know who's watching my videos. So yeah, this looks good. I think I put a little too much of a bend in it, so it's more in this area here. I think I have to flatten it out just a little bit. And then I got to cut it and refit it. But I think that's where I want it. Again, if you have any questions or comments, let me know. I mean, this is the way I'm going to do it. There's a bunch of different ways you can do it. I just wanted to put it in the video to show you that you can do it without special tools and torches and all that other good stuff. So this is just basically hands-on tools, vice grip, pliers, metal. I use a bending pipe on a pipe wrench to bend the metal to get it that right angle. Again, you could see Roger doing it. He showed me exactly how to do it. And I'm just improvising on how I want to do it. I'm sure everybody has their own different way. So again, there's a little bit more of a bend where I don't want it to be. So I'm going to try to get that a little more less at a curve. So that actually looks really good. So I'm going to make a mark where I'm going to cut it, which is right there. And I'm going to try to fit it again and see how it works when it's closer. So you could see that little bend right there, that it swoops a little bit. So let me cut this. And that's it. So all I need to do now is make sure this fits properly. I'm sure I'm gonna have to cut it again. All right, this is working. This is working pretty good. The only thing now is that I have to twist it and bend it, because this is not flat. It's actually twisted and bent. Like I said, you got to basically twist it. So what you do, put it in a vise. I'm sure we went over this with Roger. Put it in a vise. Take a big pipe wrench and just go in here and gently twist. And you don't have to put that much pressure on this because it flexes easy. On the corner pieces that I made, those were a little more difficult, and we needed a little bit more pressure. So I use a 2-inch pipe, fits over the handle, put it over the bar like that, and just gently push down, and you could twist the bar, the 1/4-inch bar metal, and without that much effort. So I mean, with Roger, I think I was hanging on it to get it to bend, and I realized I have a pipe. So let's use some momentum and move it gradually without killing ourselves. So this is twisted. This is the top. Goes like that. So let's try it. It's sitting flat here, but now we got to get that bend this way. So it's twisted the way we want to do it, but now what we have to do is push this down and get it to bend that way. And in order to do that, just put something on this corner, and hit it a couple times with your hammer right in the center, and that'll give you the bow that you need, because it's already twisted. That's what you want. You want that twist, but now you want it to bow. So I'm just going to put this here, open it up a lot, and take my hammer, and I'm going to give it a couple whacks. Okay, so I don't know if you could tell, but it's curved this way now, and it's twisted. So those are the challenges you're going to have if you decide to make flush-mounted glass on your GTO. So there's a lot of cars that have that twisted angle. I mean, you gotta. I don't know all of them, but if you take your glass out and clean it up, you should be able to tell. Hopefully you could see this in the camera. Oh yeah, that looks really nice. This has to go down. So what I have to do, this is good here. What I have to do is I have to cut it. I have to cut it right here. And it needs to go down, so I need to cut it and see if it fits. So let me do that and try again. But it's looking and feeling pretty good. That's sitting in there perfect. So all I have to do now is put a little V groove in the metal so I could weld it, and by doing so, it's going to clean up, and I could weld that. I could weld that radius. And if I need to do anything different here, because I think by moving the glass forward, it makes this larger. I can't remember. But Roger's going to come back, and we're going to set the glass in and see exactly what we need to do. I just got done tacking everything over here. The bottom, this piece here, the corner, that corner. So now I'm going to bring it down. I'm going to make sure nothing shifted from that side. So I'm going to check it, and then I'm going to weld all this flush and smooth and grind it. So I took it down from the car. It gave me a little hard time getting it out because of the way the the way the channel is tapered. But what I'm going to do now is I gotta weld the back side of this bracket that I'm making. So I welded here. I tacked, and tacked, and tacked. So once I get this where I want it to be and filled in, weld solid, I am going to put it back up, and I'm going to do the top part. So this is all going to be one piece, and I'm hoping I'm able to get it out, but we'll figure that out together. So anyway, let me start welding this up. What I got to do now is take this piece and dry fit it on the car. Everything's welded except for the top part, and it's cleaned up, and it looks really good. So let me put it on a car and show you what that looks like. Before I end up installing the 1/4-inch metal on my upper part of my window channel here, I have to grind away these the clip pins that are in here. These clip pins, I removed the other ones that I had here because they were I tapped and screwed them in. You could check out that video on how to install your window clips. I'll try to link it in the top of the video. The other thing is now I got to grind these away, so let's do that real quick. I could cut them with my grinding wheel, or I could just grind them. I'm sorry, cut them with my cutting wheel, or I could just grind them. So I'm just going to grind them right now. I just did one, and I got 5 more to go. So getting ready to hammer on the metal to bend it around the channel of the window so it has that curve. So let's start doing that. So I'm opening up the vise. So when I put the metal down to get that curve, you have to hit it with your hammer on that edge so it makes it easier to bend. So I'm sure I showed you how to do this with Roger, but this is how to do it. Put it across the vise and just hammer gently as you're going down, and just keep moving it back and forth. In other words, keep going in one direction and then try it. And if you don't get enough curve out of it, you see how that curved like that? So that's what you need to do. And just keep checking it to make sure you don't get too much of a curve. So I'm comparing it to the other metal here. And just by hammering that edge, you could see how much I moved it. I just got done working on the upper piece. As you could see, the curve on that is perfect. So now I just have to dry fit it and see what else I need to do. But as of for now, it's still a little rocky, and I have to move it around a little bit just to fit it a little bit on that side. There's a gap right at the corner. You could see I bent it a little too much that I have to straighten it out. So let me take this back down and work on it some more and go from there. Now all I have to do is get that to bend a little bit more so it's perfect. So just as the vise is open, just hammer on that corner right there and just keep moving it down as you're hammering just to get that extra curve. And you could see how much that bent. I mean, it looks perfect. Has that nice curvature. And let's try it again. I just need to hit it a little bit more on this corner just to get it to fit properly. Just right there. It needs to be bent just a little bit more. So one or two more whacks and it should be fine. See that little sharp turn on the edge? That's where it's like really sharp. So let's try it. Here it is. Just want to show you how nice and clean that looks. How tight it is up against that curve around the window channel. And the center part where my hand is perfect. And then that's perfect there. And it's just that little piece on the right that I have to do. Okay, I'm here today with Roger. And what we're doing is we're using this tubing, 1/4-inch tubing, as a spacer on the glass. So it's the same thickness as the glue that's used to install the weather stripping. And that way, when we take it off and on, it's always going to be the same. So this is just temporarily till we get the glass to sit properly. So that's what we're doing. It's a 1/4-inch spacer. Let me show you the hose here real quick. Give me a second, Raj. See, it's a 1/4-inch hose, and it's perfect thickness. So that's what we're doing.